This is the 8th generation Toyota Hilux Limited 50th Anniversary Edition. Toyota launched the first generation Hilux in the spring of 1968. The name Hilux comes from the words high and luxury. Over the first several generations, the Hilux looked more like a passenger car converted into a pickup. But as of the 5th generation onwards, it was clearly an off-road pickup truck. Today, Toyota Hilux is synonymous with durability and reliability. But what about practicality compared to its rivals in Europe? Before we dig into the details, a couple of words about this limited anniversary edition. In some European markets, Toyota is offering 50th anniversary editions limited to 50 units per market. In Poland, we get this orange or white truck with some black stripes on the body, pipe-like side steps, bull bar in the front, I know it's illegal in some countries, extra LED lighting, and a sealed pickup bed. And this is where we'll start. This is the first time I see a pickup bed locked. The cover as well as the tailgate, it's locked with a central lock key. So if I try to open it now, it's locked. If I open the car, there we go. This is how it's supposed to be done. As far as I'm concerned, Toyota wins. There's nothing more to say. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Okay, maybe it's not all hanky-dory. The cover is more or less waterproof. It took a high-pressure wash to get some water inside. However, the bed dimensions are not class-leading at 152 centimeters in length and 164 centimeters in width. It seems fine until you realize there is only 110 centimeters between the wheel arches. So there is no way you're going to fit 2 Euro pallets. Mercedes-Benz X-Class can carry 2 Euro pallets as long as you don't go for this protective plastic lining, because it takes away a couple of centimeters and a Euro pallet won't fit. Good thing there is a step like in the Amarok or the X-Class, but it's a shame it's not on the side where it would be more useful when the tailgate is open. In the back, the floor is almost flat, but there are no air vents or a power outlet. On the plus side, the seat is divided, so when you need to carry something in the back, you can still fit 2 passengers. Also, Amarok gets a split rear bench, and there is an armrest with some cup holders in the middle. There's a place for bottles in the door bins in the back and in the front. It's actually big enough to hold a mid-size thermos. And something I really appreciate are these handles, and these handles are on all 4 doors, including the driver's door. Like in the Ford Ranger, the other competitors on the European market don't have this, and this really makes it easier to get in. Like so. Now, this car has obviously keyless access and also keyless ignition. If you need a pickup for work, chances are you're using some sort of a dedicated app to keep you in touch with your clients and to navigate. Good, because Toyota's Touch 2 multimedia system is hardly class-leading. Stick to your smartphone or tablet, but there is no Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, unfortunately. There is also only one USB port, but that doesn't matter because it won't charge a modern smartphone anyway. I understand Toyota must have ordered 8 billion of these, just like the digital clocks, but perhaps it's time to renegotiate the contracts. At least there are 2 12-volt sockets, so you have a place to charge your phone. Navara has just one, but Amarok has several of them, and one of them is placed strategically up here at the top of the dashboard. There is like a cubby there where you can put, I don't know, maybe a tablet or a notebook, some sort of documentation you use in your business, so you don't have to run a charging cable all the way through the cockpit. You can just plug it in right there. Now, Toyota also gives you a 220-volt socket, which is down here under the armrest. Good thing there is a reversing camera, but Navara and the X-Class have 360-degree cameras. Parking sensors are an option. In some markets, heated steering wheel is also offered as an option, sadly not in Poland. Seat heaters are quite poor, and it wasn't even very cold during my week with the Hilux. There is no lumbar support adjustment, but after over 1,000 kilometers behind the wheel of the Hilux, I feel that it's actually quite good. It's not very rough on my back, I would say. This car gets electrically operated driver's seat. Whoopee, but there is no memory function, so what's the point? Under the bonnet is Toyota's 2.4-liter diesel producing just 150 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. The engine is hardly strained and the car is hardly brisk. Shifting cogs is a 6-speed auto box. Gearing is long enough to avoid the annoying whining through the first 3-4 gears like in the Amarok or Ranger. But Toyota's D4D diesel is nowhere as refined as the V6 in the X-Class. The 2.4-liter diesel Hilux uses less than 10 liters per 100 kilometers as long as you stay below 120 kilometers per hour on the motorway. I'm surprised how comfortable this car is during motorway cruising. The cabin is relatively well sound insulated. The car is also relatively stable, however acceleration and braking do need planning ahead. On, let's say, lesser roads, it gets a bit shaky and bumpy, and the leaf springs in the back don't help. The Hilux gets, among others, a lane departure warning, which beeps a lot when you're not on the motorway, because this is a long and wide car, so it's hard to stay in your lane, especially if the lanes are narrow, like maybe in the UK or something. So I turn it off whenever I'm not on the motorway. There